Is it better to brine a turkey or is it better to inject a turkey? We're going to find out in this video if it even makes a difference. And oh, by the way, did I mention that we're going to be spatchcocking both of these turkeys? All right, the first thing we have to do is get this brine made so we can get one turkey brining overnight. All right, we're going to be using this turkey brine kit. Comes with all the seasoning, the bag to rest your turkey in overnight with all the brine and the water we're going to add to it. The first thing we have to do is we have to get some water boiling, and then we'll go and add this and get it all mixed up. All right, let's get the water boiling. Okay, we're going to use 4 cups. And let's get the new wave turned on. And we'll do it on a medium high, and we're going to get this water to a boil. And after it comes to a boil, we're going to add our turkey brine in and get it all mixed up. Okay, our water is definitely at a boil. We're going to turn the heat off, and we're going to add the seasoning packet that came in that brine kit. All right, let's turn the heat off. Let's get this seasoning dumped in. And let's get it mixed up. All this brine smells fantastic. All right, now we're going to let that sit for a little bit, and I will go get the turkey ready. And we'll get this brine dumped on the turkey. Okay, it's time to get this turkey into the brine bag. So let's get this process started so we can let this sit overnight in the fridge. All right, and here's the young lad. All right, we're going to put this in the bag here. Pull that bag up. You've got to squish them down a little bit, just like that. Okay, now we're going to add our brine. Normally this brine would be hot, but I had to thaw out my turkey a little bit more. But if your brine is hot, just dump it in the bag and then add some ice to it to cool it down. All right, there's that. Now we're going to add some water to fill up the rest of the bag, or at least get the turkey covered. And I'm going to need some more water. All right, last time, hopefully. All right, there you have it. We have that turkey all covered with the brine. We're going to let it sit in the fridge overnight as long as possible. And this is a 23-pound turkey. This bag is not going to close by the Ziploc portion of the bag, which is fine. As long as that turkey is submerged in the brine, you're good to go. All right, until tomorrow, I'll see you then, and we'll get both of these turkeys cooked up on the smoker. One brined and one injected, and both of them are definitely going to be spatchcocked. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, everybody, it is day 2 of this turkey cook. I had that one turkey brining overnight. I have that one pulled out. I have the other one pulled out, waiting to bring out here so we can spatchcock them both. But the first thing we have to do is make the injection for the Creole/Cajun injection that we're going to be doing on the smaller turkey. All right, I'm going to bring it down below, and I'm going to show you the ingredients, and we'll get this injection put all together. And don't worry, I'll have all the measurements of everything I use down in the description. All right, let's get to it. All right, we got our butter melted. Now let's get the dry ingredients. Put into the butter. Get that mixed up a little bit. All right, now let's get our cold water added. 2 cups. All right, let's get this well stirred in. All right, I'm going to let this cook for a little bit, and when it's time to do the next thing, I will bring you back. First off, before we inject this bird, we have to spatchcock them both. So let me get that done first. I can't inject it and then spatchcock it. I got to spatchcock it first and then inject it. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is a nice pair of kitchen shears to cut these backbone out. Now, I've never done turkeys, but I have done chickens. So it's going to be the same thing you do to a chicken. It might be a little bit tougher, but we're going to give it a whirl, see what happens. It'll get done. All right, let's get going with it. I guess we're going to start with the big one first. You can kind of see the outline of the backbone. Just got to get it close. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just got to get it off. You hear that crunch? It does take a little bit of effort on it. All right, there you go. There's that backbone. All right, I'm going to get the other one done, and I'll bring it back when I'm done. Okay, I got both the backbones out, and I'll show you what you got to do next. I already did this one, but you want to take your shears, and you want to cut this breastbone a little bit. Tell you what, these turkeys are a lot more work than a chicken. All right, just want to put like a little cut in there, and just like a chicken, we're going to hope it does the same thing. Get this all spread out here. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn them around so I can get a better grip on it. And you basically just want to push down here and kind of crack that breastbone even more. So let's see if we can get this done. There we go. That's what you're looking for. And by the way, you ain't gonna need this garbage. Get rid of that. All right, see how it lays flat? This is gonna allow quicker cooking and more even cooking. All right, I'm gonna get the other one done, and then we're gonna inject this bird. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done. You want to make sure your holes are all the way in there. You're going to be squirting stuff out. Just like that. And don't worry if some drips out. It's going to. See it puff up. Move it around. Get the wing. Okay, now that we have both the birds spatchcocked, the bigger one was brined overnight, and the smaller one we just injected with that Creole Cajun type seasoning that I showed you how to make. So now we got to season this bird, and I'm going to be using my chicken up. In other words, we're going to turkey up this time, but it's going to be equally as good on turkey because turkey is poultry just like chicken. All right, first of all, we're going to do the underside. We're going to have to pat them dry a little bit. Some of that moisture off. I'll do the other side when I flip it. Get the inside a little bit. All right, can't forget the gloves. The seasoning is going to give this bird some good flavor. Trust me, I and other people have done it on chicken, and they'll tell you the same thing. All right, I'm going to let that sit and chill for a little bit, and then we'll flip it over. Okay, I got the turkeys turned over. We need to dry this side too. At least get the water moisture off of it. We're going to put some olive oil all over this. It'll help crisp up the skin a little bit, although the seasoning will do most of the work, but this will definitely help. So you get that olive oil all around. All right. I think these birds are good. All right, I'm gonna get the smoker all heated up, 325, and we're gonna let these birds ride. I'll bring it back when it's time to put them on. All right, let's get these turkeys on. Put a couple racks in here. Hopefully it'll help boom her on if I have to. These are some pretty big birds. All right, first one up. Tuck those flappers underneath. All right, now for the big boy. Same thing with the flappers. Come on. All right, put the probes in. All right. I didn't put a probe in the legs because I know if these are done, the legs are probably definitely going to be done. But I do have an instant read. I will definitely be checking the legs with. But we're going to let this rock 2 hours and not even friggin' look at it. All right, we'll see what it looks like in 2 hours. All right, 2 hours in. Let's see where we're at. Oh, yeah. Those birds are looking beautiful. So I'm going to give these birds, actually, I'm going to rotate these birds, and then I'm going to give them about another hour, and then we're going to come out and check them. And it might be damn close to be pulling off these birds. They are looking gorgeous. All right, I'll bring you back in about another hour. All right, these turkeys are temping 155 to 160. Let's take a look at them, and we are probably going to be pulling these off. Let's see what they look like. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull these turkeys, and the next time you see them, they will have rested for about 30 to 45 minutes, and I will do a taste test. I'll see you then. All right, first we're going to try the injection. We're going to cut the white meat off, a little bit of the white meat off of the breast of the injection turkey. Oh yeah, look at all that juice in there. Very juicy. This is the brine turkey. Let's cut a little bit of the breast meat off. Also, again, very juicy. All right, we're going to try the breast meat out of the brined one. And there's what you're looking at. Let's see how it tastes. All right, one more time. Well, that meat is flavored good, and that rub on the outside just adds so much flavor. Winner, winner. All right, let's try it with the injected. See how that tastes. Obviously, it has a different taste to it. It's fantastic. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. Skim, nice and bite through. That's some good stuff right there. All right, I'm a dark meat kind of guy, so I'm going to be tasting the dark meat. Here's the drumstick for the brined turkey. The skin is perfect. You can definitely taste the difference from this flavor on the brine one to this one with the injection. Even though they both have the same seasoning on it, there is a difference. Well, in my opinion, I don't think you can go wrong either way you want to do it. If you want to brine your turkey, that's fine. If you want to inject your turkey, also fine. I guess it's just going to be a personal preference. Both of these turkeys taste freaking delicious. All right, everybody. I thank you for watching this video. If you are new here, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And remember one thing. If I can cook this, you can cook this. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you on the next video.